I am going to flip-flop class today. Welcome. I'm so happy you joined us. Hello there. So nice to actually see you. And in honor of summer, we're flip-flopping the sequence of events today. So we're starting with how we typically end, and we're ending standing. We'll gradually progress into a faster, more intense stretch, but we're going to begin really slow, methodical, and I hope you find it very lovely. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Jennifer. Come on back to your mats with me. If we haven't met yet, my name is Tiffany. I'm honored to lead your Friday yoga sessions. Let's come on down. And as you get to your mat, just really take your time all through class today. But getting down is part of the process, not one we normally start with. So we're going to scooch around a bit and make sure that our sits bones and tail are free from flesh. And grab the back of your thighs to begin, widening your knees so you can bring your heart right through the two. Take a big breath in, lift and press your navel forward. As you exhale, round your back, tuck your chin to your chest and roll into an angry cat shape. Let's breathe in again. Inhale for our cow shape. Exhale, roll back to cat. Beginning a bit of spinal articulations. Breathe in, sit tall, open your throat and your eyes skywards. Exhale, curl the two down towards your navel. Let's try that one more time. We'll hold our next cat with the intention of rolling this cat all the way down to the floor. Try to keep your feet engaged, actively pressing them into the mat. We might need to let go of our thighs or just hold on with our fingertips. And when you arrive, stretch as far as your space will allow. Fingers overhead, toes poking away from hips. Lifting up through your navel, take a huge, big, we call it usually good morning stretch, but today it'll be our good afternoon stretch. Breathing in deeply. As you exhale, wrap your hands around your shins and hug your knees into your chest, giving yourself a really lovely rock side to side. Let's awaken our spines. As you rock side to side, if you found a little tension pocket, feel free to just pause right there. You can let the weight of your body try to help it break apart, dissipate, and hopefully disappear. You might enjoy a little circle of your knees. That's nice because it gets you a bit lower down towards your tailbone. And for this first movement, we'll just keep our knees together for this spinal massage. One more breath, my friends. Breathing in, taking your time, exhaling a bit slower than the in-breath. And when you're ready, let's drop the right knee. Foot can be flat or leg straight, and we'll give our left thigh a very big squeeze towards our belly. Using this little push of the two together to try to squish out any old stale air. It's called wind-removing pose. So let's take a big exhale and squeeze thigh to belly. Inhale, straighten your left leg and hold as high as it's comfy for you while relaxing your shoulders. Let's deeply bend into our elbows, using our hands to tug toes to nose. We're going to take a few pulses, toes to nose, and then a little release. Squeeze in, a little release out. Maybe each time you squeeze in, you're revisiting that wind-removing pose. Breathing and moving up into our hamstring here. Let your leg be still. Tuck your chin up towards your nose and hang really heavy now, using the weight of your upper body to deepen. Let's draw back down with our skull and let our knee fall to the right side. Leg can bend or stay straight. We're going to try to move into our outer left thigh here. Spread your left arm wide. Look to the left side so you can maintain your balance and stability here. One more big breath in. It's nice to move to the sides because when we're driving, sitting, or working, we're usually in one level plane. We're going to push our boundaries and spread wide today. Back to the center with your eyes and toes. Switch hands, right arm to the side, left hand inside your left leg. Let it fall open, but if this feels a little too much, you can use your left hand like a kickstand Just let it fall somewhere that feels really supportive, but stretched on the inner thigh. Move your eyes to the right and enjoy a really slow, luxurious breath in here. Even more slow exhale. Eyes back to the sky. Let's squeeze through that left inner thigh. Give it one more loving hug and switch legs when you're ready. Wind removing pose. Using the big bend in our elbows to squeeze tightly. Big exhale, puff. I like to squeeze and puff the air out at the same time. Very effective for ridding yourself of old air. Toes find the sky. Let's grab somewhere that feels soft in shoulders but strong in hands to stretch our right leg. And begin a little pulse, yogis. Toes pull to nose. Let them release slowly. Exhale as you pull. Inhale, release. We're going to go for 3 more here. And add a little bit of extra weight to deepen this stretch. Let the leg be still, but upper body crunches. I like to try to look right at my knee here so the back of my neck can stretch long. Take a big breath in. Allow your head and neck to melt back down, soft and steady. Right arm open, left hand guides, right leg over your stomach, straight or bent. What feels best to you today? Let's look to the right side so you're having an easier time not toppling to the side here. Big breath in. Pull your core in tight and breath out. Push through the ball or heel of your right leg. Take a huge breath. As you exhale, come back to center. Switch arms. Remember now, this right arm can come on the inside to help you open, but if it feels too big, too fast, too soon, use it like a kickstand. I love that. Now we might want to look to the left. This will help us stretch out our spine a bit as well. We're twisting through our cervical spine, our neck area. Take a huge breath in. I like to move out on exhales. When you're ready for that exhale, eyes to sky, squeeze your toes back to the ceiling. Give another loving hug on that right knee. One more wind remover, and then bring both knees to chest, opening them wide to armpits. Let's take another massage for our spine, a little rock side to side. Possibly a circle with your kneecaps. And when that feels really good, yogis, we'll find stillness into happy baby. Let's bring knees to armpits. Hold the backs of your thighs and step your heels on top of your knees. Now, can you press your tailbone down before we go any further? We're going to try to lengthen and widen our back. Find a lot of spaciousness through your back. And reach for the blade edges of your feet if that's available to you. While we're here, you're welcome to rock. One of my favorite things to do in Happy Baby is use my thumbs to pull on my toes. So you want to just take each little toe pad and pull it down towards your ankle. Starting to awaken the bottoms of our feet here. I push with my toes as much as I'm pulling with my fingers, so it feels really good, not too much. All right, when you're done with that little massage, bring your hands to the inner thighs. Let's take full straddle, point through your toes, and flex through your feet. Remember your option of kickstands for extra support. Let's continue moving through point and flex. And then circle through your toes and ankles. Switch directions. Keep your toes soft and then scrunch them towards the ball of your feet. Make like a little fist with your toes. Flick them back open, give them a little wiggle, like you're playing the piano with your toes, and then give them a last squeeze, a little soft flick open. Well done, yogis. Hands to outer thighs, close your legs. Let's let right foot fall flat and left ankle cross the right thigh. Figure 4 reclined. Left hand pushes left knee away. Sitting here, breathing into our left front hip, trying to open that space. And let's reach through the window, one hand either side of your right leg, either holding back of thigh or shin, drawing knees to chest, but using your left elbow to continue pressing away on your left knee. Take a couple breaths in here. Figure 4 works into your glutes on the left leg on this side and your outer thigh. Big spinal twist, yogis. Arms spread wide. Really brace your core and breathe in as you drop your knees to the right side. Continue this figure 4 formation. And when they've fallen, eyes look to the left. You can use your right hand here to push away on your left knee. More space being created, but this time adding on a twist. Breathe through your low back. Anytime we twist, I invite you to slow your breath down very intentionally so it has time to figure out how it's going to make its way through this difficult maze you've created. Big breath in. Full exhale. Eyes to sky, my friends. Arms spread wide. Squeeze back to center or uncross your legs before rising for a little less. Let's let our right foot fall again. Left foot uncrosses and knees steeple together. We widen our feet left to right. Let your knees fall in and relax through your outer thighs here. We internally rotate our hips like this. It's like a little snuggle with that ball into its socket, getting in deeply to our hips. Resituate yourself so knees are above the heels. Bring your right knee into your chest. Flex that foot and cross it over left thigh. Reclined figure 4. Right hand does the pushing on the knee, beginning our hip opening today. Let's extend our left leg either to the sky or heel to buns. We're going to reach one hand on either side of our left leg. See what feels best for your grab, the shin or the thigh. And you're always welcome to move. So on this side, I feel like I need a little rock. I'm going to hold my figure 4 and rock around. While you're lying, check in with the back of your neck. Let's tuck our chins towards our chests, pulling your crown further from your tail. And arms will spread wide, allowing our entire figure 4 to fall left when you are ready. Oh, feels good, doesn't it? Adding in that twist. Once you've arrived, eyes move right. Left hand optionally can push your right knee open. And here's where we'll begin that slowing down of our breath to weave fully through our twisted spine and our hip region. Soften your jaw, yogis. Maybe slip your eyes closed and let go of distractions. One more big, beautiful breath in here. Arms wide, eyes to sky, uncross legs or squeeze through your obliques to rise, figure 4 to sky. Let feet fall, uncross legs, steeple your knees. And as soon as they steeple, let's give a little swish, a windshield wipe, if you will, allowing our legs to fall side to side. Take a huge breath in. And when you're ready, we'll come back to center with knees, hug them to our chest, and start to rock top to bottom now. Toes to top of head. I like to curl into a really tight little ball for this one so you feel like a little topsy-turvy, and it's a really fun rock around. And on one of these next rocks, let's make our way to seated. We're gonna roll all the way up, scooch our hips way far back from our crossed shins so we have lots of outer thigh space. Option, right leg in front of the left or right heel stacked on top of your left knee. Now, if your knees poke high to the sky, take the time to go grab blankets or sweatshirts and put them underneath your knees so they can settle deeply into the floor or your supports of choice. Let's twist again, yogis. Arms rise high. Inhale as you shine your heart upwards. Let the universe really embrace and kiss your soul here. Exhale your entire upper half to the right, grabbing wherever it feels good, the floor, your legs. So twist your eye gaze over your right shoulder. As we draw our navels in for an inhalation, use the exhalation to twist a bit more to your right side. One more big breath. Eyes look back to me, right arm rises to the sky. Let's keep our left hand, whatever it was touching, and reach off to the left side, plugging down through our right sits bone here. This is an intense one, isn't it? Now, what happens when our stretches become more intense? Do we start to grip or clench? When you notice where that happens, give yourself the freedom to let it go. Come back to the center. Right hand now hugs onto something on the left side of your body. I'm going to use my foot because it's there. And we're going to round our backs, angry cat style. Elbows pull in opposite directions and our chins tuck towards our navels. Eyes down, but we're breathing. Softening through the exhale, jaw becomes more slack. Lips make heart. Inhale, rise, yogis. Just lean back where you are. Give yourself space to widen. Let your hands fall, but see if you can pull your shoulders apart, elbows apart, collarbones, navel, everything opening wide on an in-breath. Legs recross the opposite way. So let's bring our left shins in front of the right or possibly ankle on top of knee. Situate back into your supports of the ground. When you're feeling great, let's lift our fingertips and our eyes to the sky. Rise and shine, my friends. Give your fingers a little spirit, a little jazz, wiggle them around. Make a fist while you're here and give them a roll. Let the fingers come back where they're happy and twist to your left, please. Grab on to anything that makes you feel great. If you've got furniture nearby, that can help you twist. I'm using the floor and my leg. Take a huge breath in and sit tall. Exhale, swivel your eyes to the left shoulder. Next inhalation, start it in your pelvic floor. See if you can pull up and in using your bathroom muscles. Up and in, all the way through the crown of your head. And then continue. Exhale, swivel just a bit more deeply. Eyes back to me as you breathe in. Left arm rises. Breathe out and tip to the right, plugging, anchoring in through your left sits bone. You look, yogis, wherever your neck feels really lovely during class. Every posture gives you an opportunity to stretch your neck. Let your left arm fall. It's going to land anywhere. So it could be the floor, your knee, or your foot. Come back to the center. Pull elbows in opposite directions. Woo-hoo! Feel your back stretching open? Oh, yeah. Then tuck your chin, round down, create this big C shape in your spine. Still breathing, yogis. Never holding on to our breath here. Soften as you exhale. Inhale another time and rise and shine. Just lean back. Let's get wide. I may not be able to see you getting wide, but you're feeling your breath. Widen your ribs, your stomach, your hips, and your pelvis. Let your head drop back. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Open your throat and then widen that with your next breath. Eyes look back to me as you exhale. Extend both legs forward. We're going to take a really nice forward fold here. Once they're straight, walk your sits bones back. And you might like to use your hands just to remove flesh that could get pinched under there. We're going to flex our feet really strong. Maybe give them a little tick-tock. Bring some activity into them. Flex and hold when you're ready. Arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Now you can grab your legs, your toes, or if neither feel good, the sides of your mat. Pretty cool, because your heels are going to hold it in place. So you'll use the mat to guide your chin towards your big toes. I love holding the sides of my mat because I feel like I can sit really tall. Sometimes when you reach forward, you kind of hunker in, right? We want to feel lots of length coming into our spine. Exhale one more time here, and we'll take another twist before we move on. Inhale, rise. Hands walk to the right, any degree. Now feel that swivel from navel on up. Really use your fingertips. They're sticky on your mat. Let's really twist deeply. And exhale brings you back forward. Hands walk to the left as you breathe in. Sticky, sticky in the fingers, guiding you to the left corner of your room. One more deep inhalation. Exhale, roll back to the center. Let's bring our knees right back to where we started a moment ago, and then we're gonna let them fall to any side. Finding a tabletop, we have to warm up our wrists. Okay, yogis, we're getting there. We're making progress. Hands wide, fingers very wide. Hands are about under shoulders, knees about under your hips. Let's start to move left to right. Put a lot of weight into your pinky fingers. Feel it slide over the ring middle index all the way to your thumb. Noticing so we can stay present. Breathing in and breathing out. Option to move forward and back with me. I like to tuck my toes here because then you'll feel a nice foot stretch as you shift back. Shift forward, bring your shoulders in front of your wrists. More intensity. Oh yeah, let's move with breath. Inhale one way, exhale the other way. Noticing how our wrists feel, bringing some warmth. Do you feel that blossoming in the palms of your hands? That'll start to move into your forearms in a moment. Let's take another round of breath, and we're gonna do a little bit of hand push-ups. Bring your knees a bit closer together so you feel steady. Keep your fingers really wide, and let's lift the right heel of your hand. Press it back down. Left heel of your hand. Press it back down. Lift, lower, alternating sides. Now, as you do, all your finger pads stay down. This is just the heel of your hand lifting. You'll notice the wrinkles come into your knuckles. That's a great thing. Want to feel that. If this seems too easy, I challenge you to lift both at the same time. Speaking of forearms, this is where that little bonfire begins to spread upwards into your forearms. You're gonna move as rapidly as you can for 3 more breaths. Are you fast forwarding that breath? Try to keep it slow. We've got 1 more. I know, it gets warm very fast here. Full exhalation. Don't cheat yourself, as slowly as you can. Well done, yogis. Relax back. Tops of feet fall flat. Buns sit on heels. Whew. Hands feel pretty useless right now, right? So we're going to take them either to the tops of our thighs or to our side bodies. If you're on your side body, push your fingers back. We just want to stretch the other side of our wrists. Fingers would face your hips if you're on your thighs. And of course, you can always push them on the ground. It's a little softer on your body, though. Oh, it feels better, right? Good work. 1 more breath and stretch there. Okay, let's get moving. What do you say? We're going to come back to this tabletop just for a moment, I promise. Tuck your toes again and crouch back. Let's shift hips back. Lift your knees and then try to drop your chin towards your chest so you're looking directly between your big toes. A little crouch to warm up the backs of our ankles and our Achilles tendons. Drop knees back down, walk hands way far forward. Lift your hips this time, downward facing dog. Yogis, let's find space between our shoulder heads, in our collarbones. You might like to turn your index fingers out just a smidge to the right and left sides. And then move in any way your body's calling you to do now. Explore. See where you're craving more movement or perhaps stillness is best for you today. We're taking 2 curious breaths, just seeing how we feel with no judgment. Kind and compassionate as we explore with this breath. 1 more cycle. When you're ready, lift your heels, tiptoe your feet forward, making as many footprints as possible. Lifting your thighs up into your hip socket. And when you've made your way to the tip top of your mat, we're forward folding, pressing hands again down, either on the floor or the sides of your shins. 1 more wrist stretch, and during an exhale, we will roll to the sky together, taking as much time as you enjoy. Really nice to slow down, isn't it? Arms rise, lift and lengthen with an in-breath. Drop your shoulders from your earlobes and clasp your hands behind your low back. Let's try to press our palms together while keeping soft elbows. Send your body forward and down. I like to bend my knees and just kind of melt here. Let your upper body glide down. Head hangs heavy and knuckles rise skywards. If this bothers you, you're welcome to just rest your hands on your low back. No matter what, yogis, we are breathing together. Long in, soft out. Fingers slide down our body, low back, side legs, all the way to the floor. Both fingers swivel to the right side. We're going to lift halfway, a little forward fold twist. Left finger stay, right arm reaches to the sky. I definitely recommend keeping your eyes down for this one. This is a pretty big twist. We want to take good care of our necks. Right fingers down, swivel your whole upper body to the left. Lifting halfway on a breath in. Exhale, reaching left arm skywards or to the wall behind you. Let's find a full breath here. Fingers fall, we slide back towards our big toes and roll to rise again. As we lift and lengthen this time, we're reaching arms up, stepping as wide as you feel good and tip to the right side. Now when you do, take your right hand down, you're gonna press it up, if possible, fingers face your armpit. So the heel of your hand may be on your hip bones or a little higher. Fan your fingers wide open and then use them to fold over. So we get a little helpful push from the heel of our hand. Let's really get into our left outer hip here. Soften your face when it gets intense. What do? Yep, we grip on, so we want to let go as often as possible. Eyes look down towards your right toes. Reach your left hand off on the right diagonal. A little extra low back here. And then sweep back up to where we came from. Both arms rise. Shoulders, how about them? Can we let them relax? That feels better. Tip to the left. All right, here we go over here, yogis. I would love for your fingers to face up. Give yourself a lot to fold over. If that doesn't feel good, you can hold your hip or press hands down. Let's find lots of openness in our palm, and on an exhale, use that heel of hand to push your right hip over. Really active through our right fingertips. Lots of love for the webbing. Spread it wide. Take a peek down to your left toes and reach your right arm off on that left diagonal. Breathe into your right low back. Stretch a bit more deeply. Exhale, rise. Reach, reach. Release the shoulders. It's the place to be. Good work. Step or hop your feet together. Lift your left knee as high as you're happy doing. Flex through the foot. Let's push straight back. Fingers reach behind us. Challenge your balance. Left toes reach behind us. A little airplane pose. Tap these toes down. Left toes find the floor to rise us into high lunge. Awesome work. Release the hands. Frame the right foot. Push back, downward facing dog. Let's take a journey forward this time, yogis. Find your plank. Roll your shoulders over your wrists. Feel free to drop your knees on the diagonal from your shoulders for modified plank. And we will descend when you're ready. Exhaling. Elbows hug your side bodies. Scoot your hips and toes way far back. Thumbs come about rib height. And we press through palms to lift just a little. Elbows stay bent. Let's explore our first back bend together. Big, beautiful breath. Release. Not done yet, yogis. One more. Inhale, press through palms. Elbows hug in, shoulder blades snuggle close to spine. On your exhale, release. Press back, child's pose, buns to heels. Arms super extended, way overhead. You might even be crawling your fingertips further from your toes. Let's find that crouch together, toes tuck. We lift our knees, chest pushes back to our thighs. Scoop your hips straight to down dog this time. Lifting your left leg high as it feels good in your body. Heel bends to butt, knee opens to the left side. And feel free to move at your pleasure here. Maybe you're moving your left leg, maybe you're moving your eyes. Do what feels great, yogis, that's why we're here. Look forward, straighten your left leg and step right between your thumbs. Back leg rises, supported warrior 3. Let's move our fingers forward to really support ourselves. Right toes poke straight back, lots of opening in that webbing. Step down, find your fold, surrender your back body to this amazing stretch. Ripple rise when you're ready. Inhaling as you go. The best. Exhale, drop shoulders. Inhale, right foot rises. Flex it. Press it straight back. Fingers follow right toes. We're finding our airplane pose. Let's glide. Turbulence free here. Soft and steady. Tap right toes back and down. Reach the arms high. Big, beautiful lunge. Take a breath in. Breath out, finding a frame around that left foot, pushing back, downward facing dog. Huge breath in, yogis. Roll forward to plank. Knees or no knees, we exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, rise. Baby cobra from before or a little higher. If your arms get straight for up dog, lift your knees and thighs as well. Breathe in. Roll straight back to downward facing dog this time. Right leg rises. Let's open our hips. When you get to a height you're enjoying, bend your heel to your butt. Open your knee and explore movement with your neck and hips or stillness. Re-extend right leg. Look between your thumbs. Find a spot where you're aiming to land. Draw your back knee through. Stepping to low lunge. Hands move just a bit forward for supported warrior three. Open the webbing of your left toes. Get super excited in that left foot. Step down, deep fold. Let us rise together. Beautiful inhalation to do so. Exhale with our shoulders doing what? Let the weight of the world just drop out of those. Adding on. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, yogis, halfway lift this time. Fingers slide up shins, or perhaps they're reaching behind us. Our knees are soft, chest is parallel to the ground. Forward fold. Step your right leg back, and let's find warrior one. Pressing down through that blade edge. Climb up your left thigh to lift your chest. Do you feel like you can swivel your hips towards your left big toe? If not, I consider widening my feet. That makes your hips a little bit more swivelable. When you feel great, reach your right arm and your left arm to the sky. Eyes follow your fingertips. Huge warrior one. Let's bend our left knees. Find more length through your outer right thigh. More energy up your right inseam. Lift your right heel, release, frame that low lunge out again and push back, downward facing dog. Roll forward, yogis, big inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale from baby cobra, maybe a 3/4 cobra or maybe a full up dog. We're gonna keep all 10 toenails actively pressing down to help us lift into our versions of back bend. Back to dog, if you'd like. You find child's pose in between. Right leg rises. Huge inhale. Just a little something different, yogis. We're going to crunch knee and nose together under our bodies, cheetah pose. And extend your leg to the left side. Twisted, fallen triangle. Eyes are looking right between your thumbs. Right leg is extended about straight out the left side. If you'd like more, you can lift your left fingers, roll the back foot, your left foot flat, fallen triangle. Breathing in, breathing out, twisted fallen triangle, back heel rises, re-crunch right knee to nose, and step now, right foot falls in between your thumbs. That was hard work, congrats, yogis. Step your back leg forward, take a deep fold. Inhale in your time, roll yourself to rise. What does the exhale do? So nice. Re-inhale, fully exhale, melt to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Full inhale, maybe you can even add an extra sip at the top. Exhale when you're ready, refold. Left leg steps back. We're gonna wiggle it far enough back that it feels like a long warrior one. Blade edge falls. Climb up the right thigh. Give yourself a little push, and then we're just gonna see, can we swivel our hips towards right big toe? If not, we might consider widening our legs. When we feel great, lift fingertips and eyes skywards. Bend right knee more. Find lift on the left inner arch. Press down through the left outer arch. One more really beautiful breath in here. Lifting out of the low half, maybe a little tuck under of our tailbone to help us lengthen. And as you release hands, left heel rises, refinding that low lunge. Push back to downward facing dog. Our vinyasas, the next set of movements, are always optional. Take them if you love them. Let's breathe in and roll forward to plank. If you decide to wait, we'll meet you back in down dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upper body lifts. If your arms are straight, knees and thighs will lift. You might like to squeeze your buns a little and really pull out of your low half. Press back, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in here. Lift your left leg. Cheetah pose, nose to knee. Extend your leg to the right side. So we have crossed, and you feel that energetic scissor in your thighs, right? Twisted fallen triangle. If you'd like the full version, right arm rises. The right foot, the back foot falls flat. Big breath in. On your exhale, let's retwist our fallen triangles. Right heel rises. Push straight back. And then step in between your thumbs. Left foot is forward, finding this amazing lunge. Back leg follows. Yogis, fold deeply. Take a hold of the back of your leg somewhere. Maybe you're holding knees or calves. If you can reach all the way down to your heels, I'm going to ask you to slide your palms underneath the balls of your feet for gorilla. Traditional gorilla, it has palms facing up. I love the funky version. If you want to flip your palms to the ground, then you'll be stepping on the back of your hands. Oh, that feels good. If you're in gorilla, let's roll our toes a little side to side and massage. Put some weight into your hands. Now, whichever option we've chosen, gorilla or hugging our legs, our goal is to lengthen the crown of our heads towards the floor more. You might be bending your knees a lot. That's great. Take good care of your hamstrings. Let's release whatever holds we have. Walk ourselves up our legs. Give ourselves a little support to rise. That was a big stretch. Arms up and overhead. And then we take a big, what? Sigh. Really nice. All right, yogis, one more round. You can do it. Come on, breathe in with me. It's going to feel great. Lift out of your heels. Extra sip at the top. I challenge you to leave your heels lifted. Exhale, float to forward fold. It might not be so pretty. We might find a lot of wobbles. I bend my knees when I do this one. Heels still lifted. Melt them down at the bottom of that exhale. Well done. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fingers float to the floor. Right leg steps back. Let's take warrior two. So we'll swivel that blade edge down again. Bend our left knee. And when you're ready to rise, give me a big windmill. We want to get wide. Wings extra long. Okay, we're moving open with our knee towards baby toe. Our hips are opening. Ribs, heart, shoulders. Well done, yogis. Arms rise overhead, joyous warrior. Take eyes up, big breath in. We should be joyous. We woke up for another amazing day. Clasp your hands together overhead. Take a strong lift out of your ribs and then tip into reverse warrior. Still breathing. This is an intense one with both arms overhead. You can do it. Back to center, inhale. Exhale, tip into extended side angle. Fall to the left. Inhale, back to center. Stay where you are, but open your hands again. We're going to crisscross our wrists this time. Turn the palms to face one another and reclasp. Lover's hands. Elbows are hugging our ears, right? We're going to wiggle up really tall again. Same with lover's hands. Lean to the right. Big, beautiful breath in. Exhale. Lean to the left. Stay strong. You can do this. You've done harder things. Stay strong in your left thigh. Exhale back to the center. Hands float down to shoulder height. Hook fingers further, extend your wings even more. Windmill all the way down. Low lunge, yogis. Well, we're gonna stay and kneel this low lunge. Right knee, shin and top of foot fall flat. Whew, that feels good, doesn't it? Take a break, you deserve it. Right hand walks out to the right side a bit. Let's bring left hand to left thigh. Open your heart away from your knee. And we'll stretch our fingers to the sky. Left fingers up. You choose. Looking down might feel great for your neck. Looking up might feel better. Top arm falls when you're ready. Let's reframe the left foot. We have 2 final vinyasas. Elevate your right knee. Press back, downward facing dog. On your next breath in, roll forward to plank. How slow can you breathe out the entire time you exhale? You find chaturanga, slower yogis, you can do it. All right, last 2, we're gonna lift our toes, knees and thighs. So many options. Would you like to add the upper body as well? If your answer is no, make a little pillow with your hands and let your head rest. Lift really strong, toes, knees and thighs. One more big breath in. Melt down to your mat. Press back through child's. Inhale, rise your hips to dog. Lift your right leg. Let your knee open, heel to butt. Open your hip. When you're done with that stretch, swing it on around. Step in between your thumbs. Lift your back leg like a little float to the sky. Let it fall. All right, we're gonna rewind. Just as we came down, can you lift your heels here? Spread your toes, spread the balls of your feet from the blades. Bend your knees a little bit and we're gonna roll to rise. It doesn't have to be pretty, yogis. It's gonna be a challenge. That's why we're here. It's how we grow. It's how we get stronger. Nothing ever grows in our comfort zone, does it? Nah. Come on, we got this. Good work. Heels melt down. Poor calves. Forward fold when you're ready. Last round, yogis. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, float to the floor. Inhale, left leg steps back. Find a wide warrior 2. Windmill the arms. Once the blade edge of our left foot gets down, we sink deeply into the right knee. Wide, yes? Good. Pushing right knee out towards baby toe. Breathing space. Left to right across your entire body. Clasp hands overhead. Take a huge inhale. Now we're soft in our shoulders, but we're wiggling longer in our side bodies. Next exhale, tip left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, tip right. Inhale, back to center. Open the arms. Cross your wrists. Turn palms to face one another and reclasp. Chances are you did the exact same thing you did on the other side. Would you feel comfortable switching it? Okay, just remember where you are. It's hard when we can't see our hands. Uncross, recross. Good work. That's hard. Turn palms and now clasp again. Feels a little funny, yeah? Good work, yogis. Inhale, lean left. Exhale, lean right. One more round. Big bend in your right knee as you travel through here. Come open super wide. Back to center we go. Joyous warrior, arms open, shoulders relax, eyes glance up. Exhale, softening eyes back center, arms to shoulder height. Windmill all the way down and around. Lifting up through the back heel, we'll let that knee fall. Super low lunge. Knee shin and top of left foot relax. Once you start to get cozy and heavy in your hips, walk your left hand to the side and lift up through your right hand, either to the thigh or to the sky. I'm a poet today. Big twisted lunge. Take a huge breath in, my friends. Looking where it feels good. Left thumb or right fingers can feel great. You'll never know unless you try. So I always try everything. And then I land for an extra breath wherever I'm really happy. Top arm falls. Let's reframe your right foot. Elevate left knee. Push back. Downward facing dog. It's our last vinyasa. Who wants to join me? Inhale, roll forward. Now, as slowly as you can exhale. Yes, it'll be tough. We're going to challenge ourselves here. Ready? Chaturanga on the full exhalation. Hang on, yogis. Release. Okay, option for full locust this time. Toes, knees, and thighs rise. Hover your hands. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. See if as you inhale and inflate your belly, you glide up. Stay strong, but as you exhale, you soften just a bit. One more breath. Release all the way to the mat. Inhale, back to dog, maybe through child's. That's what I'm going to do. Hips are high. Left leg rises. Enjoy yourself with an open hip, heel to butt. Fan open, move as long as you need to here. Look back forward, step between your thumbs. Elevate right leg, big lift. Soften down to your forward fold. Hang really heavy. And then we'll roll to rise. Inhaling. As you exhale, let's gather up our left knee. We're gonna give it a big hug. Great shoulder stretch here, and we're gonna tick-tock for our neck. So I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see me. If I hold my elbows a little bit, I really don't feel my shoulders. But if I use my left knee to push in, oh, you feel that? Push into your hands and it pulls on your shoulders. You should feel a great stretch around your collarbones, front neck, and shoulders. Whew, it's tough. Breathe there for a moment. Okay, now we're gonna drop left ear to left shoulder. I know it's tough when you're balancing. Do what you can. In not just yoga, in life, all we can do is the best we can. That's all I'm asking. Inhale, eyes back to center. Fair bit of tiptoeing around here, right? Ear on the right side falls to the right shoulder. Come on back into the center. Great job with your balance. Let's twist to the left side. Hang on to the outer hip and outer thigh. Eyes look over your left shoulder, pardon me. You can always tap your left toes down, yogis, to make this balance a little bit more doable. Eyes move all the way to the right side, and we switch. Let's use right hand on the hip, left hand on the inner thigh. Press your left knee open to the left side. Send your toes open as much as you're opening your hip and your thigh. Eyes to center. Great job. Knee to center. Let it go. Ooh, that little fire that started in your right calf, you're not alone. Breathe through it. Shake yourself around. Shake it off, yogis. Woo, good work. All right, arms rise. Let's gather our right knees or shins when you have your exhale. Grab so much that you have a good hold so that when you push your knee into your hands, you don't drop it. Good work. Shoulders widening. Teeter-tottering around, that's okay. That means we've pushed out of our comfort zone, so congrats. One more big breath in. Great, great job. As you exhale, soften just a little bit, and we're gonna take a really nice twist. Once we get our eyes to the right side, let's move our hands to the outside of our right leg. Work through your wiggles, you can do this. Eyes back to the center. Ooh. Moving eyes first, that's really tough. Move your eyes to the left. Left hand to your hip, right hand inner, right thigh press. Knee open, push it away from your hip. It's okay if you wiped out, yogis. I normally do too. Whoop. Eyes back to the center. Re-grab that right knee. Take a big firm squeeze. And before we tick-tock this time, I want you to try to make a double chin. So pull your chin back a little bit. Feel like a little wrinkle happening in your neck. Good. Drop left ear, left shoulder. Come back to the center. Revisit that double chin. Right ear, right shoulder. Hoo-wee. Okay, so if you have furniture nearby, it's a great yoga prop. Eyes to center. Help me from not falling over. Re-hold, re-lift to the sky, and release. Shake out when you have the energy. Balancing takes up a lot of our energy. Good job, yogi. Shake free. Okay, one more twist. Big breath in. Wider will always be more stable. Relax your shoulders. We're sinking to chair. Don't worry, it's not a very scary chair. We're gonna move our arms and make this a lot easier. Sweep your arms behind you and bring your body to halfway fold, pulling pelvic floor up and in, moving from regular chair to downhill skier. Option yogis, lift your heels in your downhill skier. Wide through balls of feet, wide through toes. Drop heels back down. Arms re-rise, regular chair pose. Anywhere that your shoulders feel good, you choose. Big breath in. Heels rise here. Yes, you can. Squeeze up. Just think about it being a hug. Heels are hugging your calf. Stay with your heel lifted chair. Sweep arms behind you. Our last downhill skier. We're going to chase some moguls. So bring your navel parallel to the floor. Embrace those wiggles. That is strength being gained. Heels melt down. Fingers find the floor. Hips rise high. Head hangs. Oh, thank goodness we made it back to forward fold. Let's wiggle our heels and balls of our foot wider. We're going to come out as wide as our mat, and our toes may even hang off the edge. Sink down through your hips. Lift your chest. Oh, yogi squat. Now, your depth is your own unique depth. So you could be high, higher, whatever feels good. We want to open our hips, open our knees. So we could use our hands, our forearms, or our elbows and our knees. Let's turn those bathroom muscles on. It's the sensation of stopping that urine flow. Pull up and in, tapping into our lower abdominals and really becoming safer in our low backs. Big breath. If you need more, you can tent fingers or interlace your knuckles. They'll help you press a bit wider open in your knees. One more breath. As you exhale, yogis, if you have to leave class early, it is 1:55. Happy Friday and Namaste. If you can stay with me, we're doing a couple more twists just to finish us off in a seated position. This should feel really great for the rest of your day. Can you sit with no hands? I challenge you. Reach to me. I got you. We're going to hold on to one another for this. Ready? Slow, slow. Awesome, guys. Coming into cow face. Let your hands fall wide. Bring your left knee down and attempt to get your right knee on top. Trying to stack the two. So same as earlier, if your legs, your butt, or your knees are really poking up, pad them so they feel supported and they can settle. Take your right cheek and pull it back just a smidge. Let's swivel to the right. Big breath in, sit tall. Big breath out, eyes twist. Hands move wherever it feels good. Ooh, so what do you feel in your low back? Can you breathe into those areas? Are you able to release just the layer of tension that you may have discovered as you exhale? It's okay if the answer is no. Some of us have chronic back difficulties, so we're here to hold space for that, to breathe into and nourish our back. One more time. Exhale, come back to me. Hands come undone. We lean back. Now you might need to help your leg off, but as you lean back, you might feel that you can uncross your legs. Give yourself a little swish, a windshield wipe here and there, or do something else that makes you feel great. Some people like to shake out their knees or give them a little massage. When you're ready, yogis, we go cow face on the other side. Right knee down first, left knee down on top, and I'm gonna use my feet to crawl out today, but other options. You can press your knees in opposite directions, or some people like to take their shins and pull them. So we ultimately try to get left knee on top of right here. Give a little lift and scooch back of your left sits bone, and then sit real tall as you breathe in. All padding and supports are encouraged. Exhale, eyes move left. Hands swivel you around so you feel the most beautiful deep twist. Breathe in through the crown of your head. Envision a pinpoint of light at the beginning of your inhale and radiate that light out your skull at the very top of your inhale. Exhale, spread those good vibes, that renewed energy all the way out to those who need it. One more breath here. Full exhalation, swiveling back, forward. That's one of those you never want to leave, isn't it? Hands wide. Sit back. Maybe you're stuck and you need to help yourself, but otherwise we'll uncross our legs. So as we sit here for a minute, you do what feels good. Another great option after that is to steeple knees together. From your steeple, you can windshield wipe, or you may feel the opposite. You may feel like you need a lot of space, so you can sit in bound angle. Scoot your hips back. Wherever you are, just take a breath or two to release. Take a moment just to be grateful. Doesn't it feel amazing that we have these bodies that we can move so efficiently with, that we woke up with breath today to experience another beautiful day? I am very grateful for you. Let's turn the corner, yogis. We're gonna roll right around to our tabletops. From our tabletops, we'll find one more little crouch. Keep your hands close to your knees. We're gonna walk into forward fold here. Now in your crouch, you might like to spend a second moving through your back ankle, your Achilles tendon, maybe even into your calves. I swish my hips a little bit side to side here to feel the stretch moving left to right. Some people will say they get a great squish of their thighs onto their calves, and it's like a massage, rolling the tension out. When you're ready, we're gonna climb to the sky. So let's lift our hips a little, walk our fingers little by little right up our legs. Now, when we stretch this time, we're gonna imprint this stretch into our memory. As long as we can, relaxed shoulders, but really find the integrity in your spine. And let's promise ourselves that no matter what we do, sit on the couch or at our chair, driving for the rest of today, we maintain this amazing spinal length for good energy. Hands come to prayer at heart center. Take a little chin tuck, eyes bow down to fingertips in gratitude for you, in gratitude for our amazing yoga community. Blessings to all of you for a beautiful weekend. My light, yogis, honors, is inspired by, and just truly admires and is grateful for your divine light. Namaste.